Guys, and welcome to my channel. Still going over this manifestation series. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, make sure you check out my last video on manifesting things. Now, before we actually get into it, I just want to let you guys know who I am. My name is Andrel Harris, and I am the founder of the Creating Wealth Society. And I'm actually doing a series to talk about manifestation and how important that is when you're trying to achieve success. So what I'm going to do in this series is to tell you guys how I manifested a speaking event in Atlanta with a well-known person there. Her name is Ming Lee. And yeah, so let's jump right in. So I actually, oftentimes, I follow people who are very successful, and I just believe in monitoring what I consume. So be it Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever. I'm making sure I'm following very influential people, people that can pour into me, people that I can pour energy from when I may not be feeling like I want to do something. So actually, I came across her because of my best friend, and she was telling me something about her behind the scenes or how she got started or whatever. Because Ming Lee actually does hair. She's a hairstylist, and my best friend is a hairstylist. So she actually found out about Ming Lee first, because she was like, she told me something about Ming Lee, but then when I went to YouTube to look her up, I was like, okay, she's pretty dope. Like, she started her business, I think with $500, so she actually gave a story on that. So I started following her and just seeing her success, and I'm always motivated by other people's success. So I never really understood why people become so envious of people that's doing what they're supposed to do in life anyway. Like, why? Because we all have the same 24 hours to make something of ourselves. And I just don't feel like it's a need to really hate on the next person who's out here trying to get it and do what they're supposed to do anyway. So anyway, anytime I see stuff like that, I'm just like, yes, because it actually gives me motivation, as I stated, and also encouragement. So I started following her. So I remember telling my best friend, I was like, yeah, we're going to meet them. Like, I ended up seeing her, and she teamed up with Karen Silver. She's another influential woman that's out there doing her thing. And so I was like, we're going to end up meeting them. Like, you know, I just saw them, how they just kept grinding and achieving different levels of success and things like that. So I was on Instagram. I think it was, I want to say it was in, I can't remember the exact month, but whatever month that was, I was actually supposed to be on a social fast, believe it or not. I actually take social fast a lot just to break from everything that's going on. So this particular time, I was supposed to be on a social fast, but I went online, and I just happened to see a post that Ming had posted, and she was talking about she was going to do her second annual event, and she was asking her followers, like, who do you think should speak at my event? Who do you guys want to see? So, and I forgot to mention that a year before I actually spoke at her event, I went to Atlanta, and this picture was taken on my birthday. So the first stop that I made in Atlanta was to Snob Life Studios. I was able to get there right before they closed. I was able to take a picture with her mom, her brother. However, Ming was upstairs in a meeting, so I never did meet her. But I still held on to the fact that I was going to meet her one day. And back to the story. I was just like, okay, this may be an opportunity for me to jump in, because I always said that I was going to meet her or whatever. And so what I did was I actually sent an email to her, and I explained to her who I was, which I'm very confident in who I am and what I do and what I could bring. So I told her who I was, and explained why having me at her event would be beneficial. I'm sorry. So and so I just let it go. I put it out there I pressed send, and I was just like, okay. But during that time frame, I actually started visioning myself at this event. So she actually sent me an email back, and she was like, great, I will be, happy to have you at the event. And I was just like, wow, like this is just unreal, like for a moment. But then I snapped back into it to be like, you know who you are and you know what you want to do. So, expect things like this to happen. So after I got over that, I think she may have gave me her number, but she was in China at the time, and she was like, once I get back from China, I will give you all the details and all of that. So I was like, okay, cool. Let me see how much time we're in. Okay, so we're making good time. So anyway, she said she was in China. She's like, when I get back from China, I'm gonna give you all the details. So she actually gave me the details of the event, and well, prior to all of that, I was just walking through the house before she actually contacted me. Let me back up. When I was visioning myself there, I was just like, already like, I'm speaking at this event. Like, I just knew. Like, I'm speaking there. And just seeing myself speaking at the event. And it came. So as I got closer to the event, she actually gave me the details. I went down to Atlanta. I actually met her the date of the event. One of her assistants, Tiffany, was there. She's very dope. She's on Instagram too. I think it's Tiffany Blackness or something like that. I can't remember. Tiffany, forgive me if I messed up your last name. But Tiffany was cool. So she gave me my direction and all of that. So when I got in there, I actually had to speak first. And I didn't really know that I was going to speak first. But I was just like, yes, let's get it. Like, let's get it started. Like, I'm ready. And I had my iPad mini with me because I took notes on how I was going to get up there and talk to the women. And when I got up there, it's like everything went out the window, and I just started picking up the vibe of the audience, and I just started speaking. Like, I wasn't nervous. I felt in my zone, and I was just like, I'm really doing this. I'm confident with who I am, and it came across on the stage. And so after that, she had some other people there. Of course, Karen Civil was there. So I was like, wow. And she had Miss Miami Bling there. They were all speaking. And these were all big names on social media. And so when I got up there, I know they were like, who is this girl? But at the end of it, people were actually coming to me, asking me to take pictures. I was like, oh, can I take a picture with you? Because they don't know my affiliation with me or the other speakers that were there. All they know was this girl went first, and she started talking about finances and the importance of getting our finances in order. We want to be successful, but we also have to be mindful about the money that we're making. And so I gave them some gems. They came up to me. They started following me on social media. They were taking pictures. So it was an amazing event, to say the least. And I just, after the event, I was like, there's nothing really that I can't do. Like, if I want to do something, I'm going to put myself out there and let it be known, like, this is what I want to do. The worst thing to do is to not act on what you want to happen. So I put it out there, I acted on it, and I manifested it. And once I did, and just seeing the pictures, I was like, I know, like, thank you. Like, I know I'm in my zone. I'm in alignment, because it just really fell to me. I was just like, this is amazing. So that was my experience with speaking at Snob Life, second annual event. And, just the contacts there were amazing. And the women there, they were so dope. And yeah, so that's what happened. So my message to you guys today is, if it's something that you want to do, don't be afraid to put yourself out there, because the worst someone can say is no. You understand? So do not limit yourself to what you can do, especially if you know and you're confident in the gifts that you can actually bring to someone else. Don't be scared to go after whatever it is that you want. Put yourself out there. Send that email if you need to send an email. Go in their DM, go into their comments, or whatever you need to do. Let them know that you're serious, and let them know that let them know the value that you can bring to whatever it is, whatever the situation is, okay? So that's how I manifested that, and I will be back with another part to let you know some more things that I manifested. But be intentional. Always be positive, and just understand that if you put out good, good is going to come back to you. Okay, so always remember that. Put out good, you're going to receive good. Be confident in who you are. Go out there today. Don't be scared. Take that step and contacting whoever you need to contact. Email whoever you need to email, but make it happen. Okay, but it first starts with a vision and then act on it. So I will see you guys on my next video. Have a good one.